Yeah, demon diva, quite the screamer. Cursing, tease ya, hurting, please ya. Spot her out in any of y'all arena. Break the meter, get way too excited, watch her boot up. If the lady good, she get lady wood until you know who we can suit up. I get a girl a salute, wrestling down at the rope. Y'all gotta run with the group, wrestling with the commute. Yeah, that fire glows. Time for the show. I go by the name of Wrestle Flow. Yeah.
Hi, my little demons and divas, and bienvenidos. Welcome back to my channel. ¿Qué es la que hay, mi gente? Estamos activados, estamos encendidos. Don't go. Come on, it's your time. It's your intro. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva, and the Big Dog. There we go. Me and Roman are here coming at you live on this beautiful, it's not beautiful, it's actually fucking cold as fuck outside. On this Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Roman, you want to say happy Tuesday? Not to me, to them. To them. Tell them happy Tuesday, guys. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Well, hello, babes. How are you? I'm going to do a quick roll call. We're going to give Roman a treat. Let's see, Roman, who do we have here with us? We have Corey Fulton, John Riley, Rorrito, mi amor, saluditos. Thank you for stopping by the Wink Daily. I was over there. If you guys missed it, it is up. You can go watch the replay. I see Samantha. You know what? I didn't have that bad of a hangover. I personally think it's because I ate the pizza before I fell asleep. But I'll tell you one thing. I was drained after doing that live stream for so long last night that I fell right asleep. So, but I wasn't too hungover. Hi, Ricky, Headlock, Hio. I hope you didn't have a bad hangover. Mike D, what's going on, baby? Kaito, Ricky, James, Adams, Stellar, Justin Lopez, Joseph, and Eric Douglas says, please give Roman a kiss from me. All right, there we go. Let's give Roman his treat. I'm still working with this pretzel from last night, believe it or not. Look at him. Look at him. Here you go, baby. All right, so today, leave Bad Bunny. You leave Bad Bunny out of this. Leave Bad Bunny out of this. He didn't even do nothing. Bad Bunny didn't even do nothing. Edge, come on, man. Come on. That shit still hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings where they brought Bad Bunny into something that they didn't need to.
Nobody fucks with my bunny.
So today, I'm going to make a cocktail. If you would like to donate a super chat, it's just out of the kindness of your heart or because you want me to hype up your comment, because we're not drinking today. Okay? We're going to take it easy. We're going to have a cocktail, shots for new memberships. That's never going to change. So anybody that sign up for my channel memberships, you will get a nice special shot. But right now, I'm just going to have a nice little cocktail. You know, like, keep Bad Bunny's name out of your fucking mouth. You know what? Since we're talking... Hi, Bunny, baby. How are you? Since we're talking about that, why don't we get into last night's Raw? A lot of you were here watching it live with me last night. I didn't think that episode of Raw, it was bad. Kaito, you can get the Roman emoji if you sign up for a channel membership. We do have custom emojis over there. So last night we were watching Raw together, a couple of us here. And I gotta say, I didn't think last night's episode of Raw was mediocre. I thought it was a fun show. It wasn't like must watch. Like, well, you know what? We did have a title change. So in a way, it was a little bit of must watch television. Some of the segments that resonated with me and I will talk about will be the Ezekiel segment. I thought that was so much fun, the lie detector test. I don't know that this Ezekiel story would work with anybody else other than Kevin Owens, right? Like, I think the reason why it's working is because of Kevin Owens' involvement. I think Ezekiel is doing a good job. I think they realized they probably didn't even think that this was going to get over, but it's getting over, right? Like take advantage of it and just go all in. I thought the lie detector test was a lot of fun. I like the match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes has now beaten 3 former world champions since coming back to WWE. Seth Rollins, The Miz, and now Kevin Owens. That's pretty fucking impressive, if you ask me. So we got to keep an eye on... Okay, this Malibu. We gotta keep an eye on what they're building Cody Rhodes for. I think we all know, but I really don't want them to do that match right away. Like, I want Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns to be a slow build, if that's what we're getting at, right? The wedding. We'll talk about the wedding because I didn't hate it. But what else? So, okay, Theory has won the title from Finn Balor. I am so confused by Finn Balor's main roster run. Like, I can never understand if they like him or not. Who wants to hear speak? Oh my God, I love that part so much. I'm drinking passion fruit juice with some Malibu coconut. So it's really good, actually. You guys should try it. Yeah, I thought that match between Finn Balor and Theory was actually very, very good. How did I use the lid to this? Oh, there it is. Was actually very, very good. It was a lot of really impressive counters. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what they're doing with this mid card titles, with the IC title, the United States Championship. It just seems so convoluted. Like, you don't want to push these people. Just fucking do something else with the titles then, or retire them. Because I haven't felt. I thought Damian Priest had a pretty good United States title reign, but like the Intercontinental title, and now since Priest lost it, these titles just don't feel important.
Come on.
You know, they feel so insignificant that Roman Reigns don't even want to go after him. You hear him talk about the tag team titles being unified, but you don't hear him wanting to go after the United States or the Intercontinental title. So they need to do something with these titles. Roman, what are you barking at? I don't know. He's by the door barking like a maniac. So yeah, I we'll see where Theory takes this. I also didn't think it makes sense that all these people came out to celebrate with Theory. Like, bros, you guys never even interacted with this guy. Like, why are you guys partying with him? Maybe because they feel like because he's friends with Vince McMahon, they're like, if we suck up to him, Vince will like us. You know, I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. Cheers, babies. Let me know what you're drinking. So good. Anything with passion fruit, I'm a big fan of, alcohol-wise. So yeah, I didn't think that these people like coming out to party with Theory, but Theory is the chosen one, and we're just gonna have to fucking accept it, I guess, you know. In addition to that, we had obviously the wedding segment. I personally love seeing Sasha and Naomi with Tamina. I think the wedding segment is what really messed things up for us, because we were doing a shot per title reign last night on the watch along, per title change, and we ended up getting 5 fucking title changes on last night's episode of Raw. Like, shit was so deep, man. But I didn't hate this episode of Raw. I personally thought that it was a decent episode of Raw, you know. And Durante said, let me go get my pom-poms for fucking Natalia. We'll talk about Natalia when we preview NXT. I like this glass. I don't know why. I think it's a cute glass. I think it's a perfect size for when I sit here. I know I'm going to talk for about an hour. It's a good cocktail glass, okay? Speaking of Raw, let's go ahead and talk about the Raw ratings last night. And the Raw ratings are out. And the viewership and key demo rating is down. So we are losing a lot of momentum from that WrestleMania. The Raw post-Mania like drew 2 million, which Raw had done 2 million in a while. But Monday's live WWE Raw episode drew an average of 1.6 million viewers on the USA Network. I really wish that Wrestling Inc. wouldn't have their fucking ads expand like that. Because like, if you guys will see what I'm looking at, I'm trying to read this fucking news segment and the video. Whatever. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting. Monday's Raw drew a 0.47 rating in the 18 to 49 demo. This is down 12% from last week's 0.54. Raw ranked number 3 for the night on cable. This is down from number 1 spot last week. Obviously, we do know that wrestling is competing against the NBA playoffs this week, so we're not going to give an excuse right? But not only AEW, but WWE are both competing against the NBA playoffs, and people are going to watch the playoffs a lot more than they're going to watch wrestling, because buenas tardes, Anthony, how are you? Yeah, Raw is back to their normal numbers. The WrestleMania energy has definitely died down. Samantha in the chat says, I'm paying more attention to you than my boss at the moment. Is that bad? No. So I'm sure a lot of people DVR Raw because of life. Yeah, I watch Raw because obviously I cover wrestling for a living, but I don't know that I will watch all of Raw. I personally had a lot of fun watching it with you guys. We might have to do Raw watch-alongs every week because it changed the way that I watched the show. That was really, really a lot of fun. But overall, I thought it was a fun episode of Raw. But again, they're competing against the NBA playoffs, so I do expect to see a little bit of a drop on the numbers. And soon they're going to be competing against Monday Night Football again, so we'll see. But we're definitely back to the normal Monday Night Raw numbers. What do you guys think of Raw? I personally liked it. There was a couple of things in there that did it for me. Oh, yeah, the fucking Edge and Damian Priest promo. So I went back and rewatched it. Drunk is definitely better. I just didn't think it made any fucking sense. The pizza was delicious. I needed it. I was drinking for 3 hours with you guys. That pizza came in clutch. Who's coming back, Harry? Harry says, I'm skipping NXT tonight because the greatest thing ever is coming back tonight. The lie detector segment was everything. I thought was actually great this week. Yeah, the 24/7. But even the 24/7 was slightly entertaining. So I went back and watched this Edge and Damian Priest promo. And Damian Priest was like, oh, you guys want to know why I disappeared last week? Is because you're not listening. No, I am listening. I've been listening. You guys are the ones that are not making any fucking sense. And then Edge was like, I've had this darkness in me since the Brood, but you guys forgot about it. No, we didn't. You've been coming out to the Brood entrance. Like, bro, what are you guys saying? Then they brought up Bad Bunny, and that shit pissed me off. You guys, if you were watching live, that the thing with Bad Bunny pissed me off. Leave Bad Bunny out of everything. He's a saint. Keep Bad Bunny's name out your fucking mouth.
Estoy burlao, me tienen que soportar.
But yeah, like I said, overall, I thought it was a very, very, very fun episode of Raw. Oh yeah, we did see Rhea Ripley. Thank you, BJ. Rhea Ripley did turn heel. I don't know that she's gonna join this crew. For some reason, it feels like the Edge and Priest crew is going in a different direction than what I anticipated they will go. But whatever. I don't know that Rhea is... hi, Tina, baby. How are you? I don't know that Rhea's going to join them. I think as long as this heel turn leads to the feud between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, I'm in. I know that Bianca right now is going to be facing Sonya Deville. Oh, yeah, the dollar fine. I thought that was funny. But I do think that I've been wanting to see Bianca and Rhea since they both came to the main roster. So I think it will be fun to see them overall. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets there. Oh, okay, Harry, enjoy. Now, it ain't the Brood without... Well, you know what? Nick from Wrestling Inc. spoke to him, and he said that he will be willing to come back and join the new Brood. So, I don't know. I just didn't think that what they were saying made any sense. I did like the beatdown on AJ Styles, but as of right now, WrestleMania Backlash seems like it's going to be full of a lot of rematches. We have a couple of fresh matches. Actually, why don't we take a look at the cards so far? Because I really haven't been keeping track of what matches are official and which ones aren't. So let's go ahead and pull up WrestleMania Backlash, which, by the way, on Mother's Day, WWE, really? You couldn't do it any other Sunday so more people... I'm sorry, I want to spend Mother's Day with my mom. And my mom loves wrestling, but I'm not going to spend her day taking her to a wrestling event, I don't know. I wish I would have done it on a different Sunday, but that's a different rant, right? Okay, so as of right now, on May 8th, 2022 at 8 p.m. from the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. I was there recently for a Monday Night Raw. It is a smaller arena. Shocking for me that they're doing a pay-per-view there because it's not your regular size arena. We have the rematch between Edge versus AJ Styles. This is a rematch from WrestleMania. As you guys know, in WrestleMania, AJ Styles became distracted by Damian Priest's presence. And honestly, who wouldn't? And Edge won the match. Now we're gonna see the rematch. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, another WrestleMania rematch. Obviously, Seth Rollins is saying he didn't know who he was going to be facing at WrestleMania, therefore it wasn't fair, and he asked Cody Rhodes to go ahead and give him a rematch. And of course, Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface to ever babyface, and he said, yes, I'll give you a rematch. Also, another WrestleMania rematch. And listen to Jerry Winter, who says, please become a member. Yes, please become a member. Another WrestleMania rematch is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This time it's going to be an I Quit match. So, there's 4 matches on the card right now. 3 are WrestleMania rematches. So that's another reason why I would be like, why would I go to WrestleMania Backlash? I've already seen these matches. But I do think, I'm curious to see Ronda Rousey and how she will perform in an I Quit match, because we always kind of see her wrestle like straight up matches, you know? And of course, last but certainly not least, not a WrestleMania rematch, a Survivor Series rematch between RK Bro and the Usos. Winner take all title unification match. I talk too much. So we'll see who wins. I'm very interested to see who wins, because I feel both of these tag teams are pretty hot right now. So I want to see who WWE will be, like, who WWE is more invested in at the moment, I guess I should say. And that's it. That's your WrestleMania Backlash, WrestleMania Rematch City card. So far, does it look solid? Yeah. Is it full of rematches? Yeah, but they're good rematches, you know? Good rematches. What I'm looking forward to the most right now, I guess it will have to be Ronda and Charlotte. I don't know. I need a little more essence behind this Priest and Edge darkness. Because I don't know, they never said it was going to be spooky stuff, you know? And I don't mind spooky stuff, but I hate spookiness without it being explained. That's all. So let's move on to NXT, babes. NXT 2.0. We should see a lot of things going on with NXT, because we're seeing some changes. We did see a brand new tag team title change last week. Tonight, Sarai is ready to settle the score with Tiffany Stratton. My daddy says, all right, according to I'm going to read from WWE.com's preview. Sarai and Tiffany Stratton look to settle their heated rivalry when they square off tonight. Stratton picked up a questionable victory in their first encounter after attacking the Warrior of the Sun. What? Backstage and ripping off her grandmother's necklace before she could make her way down the ring. Their issues were far from over as Sarai made her presence felt at ringside to cost Stratton her match against Ivy Nile. Daddy's little rich girl has proclaimed she is not a loser. But can she back up her words against Sarai? Let me know in the chat. Are you guys into this feud? Because like they're making it sound like my mom isn't the biggest wrestling fan. Yeah, but she does. She loves cowboy shit. I don't think this is as heated as they're making it out to seem, because it's like not a story that I'm invested into when it comes to NXT 2.0. But overall, we're gonna see this heated feud maybe come to an end tonight. I don't know. I don't care. What else? Oh yeah, so we have Natalia against, drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll. Natalia against Tatum Paxley?
Sorry, who are you? What's your name?
And this is going to be Natalia's first match in NXT. The boat has come to stake her claim on NXT 2.0. In a shocking turn of events, Natalia made her first appearance on NXT since 2015, interrupting Cora Jade to tell her she was the future before proclaiming the future was bleak and slapping the up-and-comer into a sharpshooter. Natalia then put NXT 2.0 on notice when she was approached by Tatum, I don't know who she is, who was determined to prove herself by challenging the 3-time Guinness World Record holder. holder can Paxley pick up the win, or would the boat show was earned? Natalia's winning, Rhea. Hi, like Natalia's gonna win. Hi, Manny, how are you? Hi, Rafet, watching me over on Twitch. Oh, thank you, Eric. Hi, John, how are you? So I'm gonna say that Natalia wins. You have to proclaim Natalia as a threat in NXT. We did it with everybody that's come down to NXT. So I don't oppose to Natalia being part of NXT 2.0. We'll see what they do with her, but I do think that Natalia could elevate some people. She's not doing shit in the main roster right now, so why not? En español te estoy diciendo que Natalia en NXT es una buena idea. Okay, thank you so much. I'm wearing a leather dress. I have a jacket on because I was cold. Also tonight on NXT 2.0, we will be seeing Carmelo Hayes tell Santos Escobar to put up or shut up. Who writes these? Roman is still barking. Santos Escobar has some choice words for Carmelo Hayes following Hayes' claims of elevating NXT North American Championship. I personally think that Carmelo Hayes did elevate the championship. So, long story short, Carmelo Hayes versus Santos Escobar. I don't want to read that entire fucking paragraph just to say that they are going to be facing off tonight on NXT. So, why isn't she facing Cora first? Because you have to make sure she's shown as a threat, even though we know she's kind of a threat, you know? Liv Morgan should join Tiffany Stratton. Why? They don't make any sense. And the same people who write these things are so cheesy. You're absolutely right. It's like sometimes I'm like, why do I even pull these things off? Like, I don't want to read these paragraphs. It's kind of like embarrassing. But no announcement of what's gonna happen with Braun Breaker or Cameron Grimes or Mandy Rose or Pretty Deadly, who are our champions in NXT. There's nothing written about them on the preview from tonight. So we'll see what happens. Let's move on because I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a good episode of NXT. I just find it shocking that we saw brand new tag champions crowned last week, and we're not even going to talk about them on the preview for tonight's episode. Like, there's nothing there about any of our current champions. The sky is getting scary gray. Is it supposed to rain? What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Okay, everything is happening. Okay. Oh my god. Let me check what the weather is supposed to be like. It looks like it's gonna storm bad. Oh yeah, it's coming. Okay, so it's supposed to rain in a little bit. It just looks like it hasn't been a nice day out today. Like, it's been cold all day, but the sky just got really freaking dark. Pretty Deadly are previewing the email I got. Okay, let me see, because I did see an email from them. Oh yeah, I see it. So the email says, Santos Escobar and Carmelo Hayes square up tonight. We hear from the new tag team champions, Pretty Deadly, Tiffany Stratton. Okay, and Grayson Waller versus Sangano. All right, so hi, Sinister. So the preview on the email has two more things, which is obviously our tag champs and Sangano versus Grayson Waller. I am so hot and cold when it comes to NXT 2.0. Like, there are some days that I really, really enjoy it. And there's some days that I'm like, you know what? I could have taken Tuesday off, you know? But I don't know. It's like you never know what you're going to get with this show. But obviously I cover it for Wrestling Inc., so I have to watch it no matter what. Okay, Irvin with a good question here. Who do you think Bayley should face when she returns? I really, really hope that they have her return as a heel, because she was doing an incredible job as a heel. And I'm going to say probably if she comes back to SmackDown and we have Ronda Rousey as a babyface champion, I think a Ronda Rousey and Bayley program would be interesting. I don't think we saw Ronda have a real program with Bayley on her original run in WWE, so I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't want to see her go against Bianca, because her and Bianca feuded for so long. So I'm hoping they bring her back to SmackDown and have her face Ronda. I mean, I also would love to see her come back and kind of like eventually unite with Sasha again. So it would be nice to see Sasha turn heel on Naomi and kind of like leave her to go join Bayley again. But I don't want that to happen yet because I do want Sasha and Naomi to have a long-term tag team run because they are kind of making this run interesting. Bayley is too beloved to be a heel. She's beloved, but she was doing an incredible job as a heel. Ronda babyface thing is so wrong. Listen, she's trying to make it work. It's only wrong because the fans are just not really fucking with it. And she needs a mouthpiece. If they're not gonna give her a mouthpiece, they're setting her up for failure. Let's talk about the news. I have some news today. I pulled up some things that I thought caught my eye. First things first, let me refresh Patreon. Fightful Select reported, and I will read this from you, for you, not from you. According to Fightful Select, if my page, WWE has interest in FTR. So it might be contract season for FTR, but regardless, there's already some outside interest. FTR are having the hottest year of their career, and the contracts are coming up soon. Fightful has learned that FTR deals are technically available to expire this summer, but AEW retains an option year on the duo. We're told that word should be coming on that being exercised or not. Now remember, Cody Rhodes also had a contract extension on his deal that was never exercised. So this doesn't necessarily mean that that FTR is going to stay the entire year with how will Ronda re-injure Bayley? Ronda has never injured anyone. You're like, Dan, I love you, but you're sitting there talking like Ronda Rousey is fucking Nia Jax. Like, no. Anyways, so Cody Rhodes did have a contract extension, and that was not exercised. So FTR, obviously, saludito Jamil, FTR having some interest from WWE. I think everybody should be interested in FTR. If you ask me, I think they're doing incredible work. Outside of that, we are told that WWE has expressed interest internally about possibly bringing back the team formerly known as the Revival. In 2019, the two passed off what were then big offers. WWE offered $850,000 each, even mentioning that they could get them to $1 million each before they left for AEW. Fightful has an update on this story saying AEW has informed Fightful that as of now, FTR have over a year remaining on their current deal. So I just read all of that for absolutely nothing. Get your shit together, Fightful. Get your shit together. My dad is in the chat. If you're a channel member, put some Coors Light emojis on the chat for my dad. He said que es la que hay, vida mía. Muchos saludos y bendiciones para todos. Que Dios los bendiga and I love you. Which translates to que es la que hay. Greetings and blessings for everyone. God bless and love you. También te amo, papi. Mucho, mucho, mucho. I know, Dan. I know. I'm just giving you shit because I'm like, Ronda's never injured anyone. Like, you know? Papi, mira las cervezas en el chat para ti, okay? Cool light. Cool light. Okay? So, yeah, what was the point of that story again? What are they trying to do? What is that? But Fightful Select is over here steering the pot, man. And he wants to call me a shit steerer. My asthma on crack. I can't wait to go back to the nice weather. I'm telling you, this allergy, cold weather is weird. Thank you guys so much for the beer emojis. I wonder if AEW just said that because they don't want to deal with like another situation like the whole Cody thing. Like, do you guys think that they really have a year left on their contract, or do you think it's Tony Khan freaking out? Because I personally can totally see Tony Khan seeing this, making the news round, and like fucking DMing like somebody from Fightful and be like, "Hey, don't be reporting that shit. That's a lie." Then again, when he reported that Cody was a free agent, it was true. So there's nothing that they could have done, you know. And Keyshawn is saying, I think they signed short term. Apparently, it's long term than what we thought because they thought their contract was up. Who knows? Who knows it anymore? Let me see what other story we have. FIFO Select. Okay. No one cares what Britt Baker has to say. I mean, I care about Britt Baker has to say, but okay. So last night, FIFO Select also reported that Kushida is leaving WWE. I read this during the live stream, but I'm very confused about this story because it was like some people are saying their contract is up, and other people are saying it's due to budget cuts. If his contract is up, he's just fucking leaving. Like, you know what I mean? This has nothing to do with budget cuts. A lot of people are expecting the big day where everybody like gets cut to come because WWE always has a big cut right after WrestleMania. But if his contract is up and he doesn't want to resign or he wasn't offered another contract, that's just getting Tony Khan. That's not news, you know? And that's what Tony Khan does to his talent, you know? WWE will be like, budget cut, and AEW will be like, we're not renewing you. So, Urban Morales in the chat says, what would you rate WWE current products so far? I'm very 50-50 on it because I feel like the storylines that they want to get invested in, they work, and then when they don't want to get invested on someone, it's just horrible, right? So if they will get us invested into everybody, because the roster is very talented, so WWE will get invested into everybody the way that they are, like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, I think it will be absolutely incredible, but it's 50-50. They have stories that either work very well or they have stories that don't mean shit, you know? And that's just my opinion. Hi, Meow Meow and the Heel Sneakers. Hello, Jamie. How are you? So also in the news today, we have the viewership for AEW Rampage. I am a little bit sad about this because I gotta tell you guys, I enjoyed AEW at 7 p.m. I thought it worked better. But Friday's live, it was live too, edition, drew an average of 482,000 viewers on TNT. Now, you guys know the week before, AEW have finally reached 600,000 viewers, which was their highest viewership in a long, long time. But now, this week, they kind of killed it. Now, remember, as I mentioned with Monday Night Raw, I will mention it with Rampage, they were competing against the NBA playoffs. So, of course. Also in the news today, let me see what else I want to read to you guys. SmackDown viewerships also down. I'm telling you, the NBA is kicking everybody's asses this week when it comes to all of the wrestling shows, but they still drew an average viewer of 2.1 million, so they haven't dropped below 2 million. I think SmackDown has found its happy, steady viewership, which is something that I think Tony Khan will probably die to have. Which is the Urban Morales with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much and cheers to you. Muchas gracias. Te aprecio mucho, okay? Mwah. Today's super chats are just because you guys love me. Not drinking. Your girl's not drinking for super chats today. I gotta recover from last night. Now tomorrow we get drunk. You already know. I actually think I want to do a watch along tomorrow again because I just enjoy AEW. I think it'll be fun to watch it along. That's how I started the watch along. Remember, we did the Dynamite watch along last week. We got to watch that big Indian dude debut together.
I'm ready to get drunk.
But yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that Tony Khan will probably love to have a steady viewership of his shows. I think that AEW struggles with at least finding steady viewership. Like, it's just always up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think I would rather have a steady and then go from there than like not really knowing where to base it. Somebody came out last week with the AEW numbers that they did from year to year. And it was like crazy how much it had dropped. I think last Wednesday they did like 900 and something thousand. But when they compared the number to year, the year prior, they were at 1.2 million. That's a pretty big drop. And a lot of people talk about how Raw drops a lot, but it's just like AEW has never really found its core. We will do this number every week, no matter what. For either show, Rampage, outside of the CM Punk debut, Rampage, I feel like it's been a show that was always set up for failure. I don't want to see like AEW do a roster split. I don't. But they gotta do something that makes Rampage different. I don't know if it's the time slot. I don't know if it's because it's pre-tape. I don't know what it is, but they have good matches there. I mean, the world title was just defended on Rampage, and they still couldn't draw viewers in, you know? So I don't know what you can do to make Rampage feel special, but something's gotta give, right? I think that Keyshawn, I just think that they're a little out there. And because I'm a very private person, I really don't like that when people just overshare too much on social media. But at the same time, I feel like when they first came out and announced their relationship, there was a lot of criticism in the wrestling community because of, you know, Sammy's past relationship and whatever. So then they were like, oh, fuck you all, respect our privacy. But then you put your entire life out there. So do you want to be private or do you want us all to be involved? Like you got to pick a side and stick with it. So that's my opinion on Ty and Sammy. But as long as they're happy, let them do them. They're young. They're good looking. So of course, like I remember when I was in my 20s, I would have probably flaunted my relationship all over social media too myself. So why not? You know, that's what you do at that age. Let them kids have some fun. I sound like an old lady, right? Okay, we already talked about FDR. We already talked about the Raw rating. This is gonna be a fast pre-gaming, huh? So AEW Battle of the Belts viewership and key demo. Okay, so Battle of the Belts actually drew a higher viewership than Rampage. They have 527,000 viewers on TNT. Good for them. Good for them. But it is down 33% from the very first Battle of the Belts special that they did back in January. The show ranked number 10 for the night on cable. I didn't like Battle of the Belts personally. I don't know if you guys liked it. I just thought it felt like an episode of Rampage, you know, and thoughts control your narrative. Listen, I think that okay, the sky is no longer gray. I think that control your narrative is I had to witness it live because I hear so many different mixed reviews, mixed reactions. I think that they're doing a good job at getting heat or getting people to talk about them, whether it's positive or negative, right? You have to remember it's marketing, right? You want to get a reaction, whether it's good or bad, you have people talking about it. But I really haven't been to a show. I consider going to their show in Dallas, but it felt like on the same time spot of something I was covering for Wrestling Inc. So I couldn't make it. But I really just want to see what it is that that they're doing in order for me to give you like a better opinion of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you guys feel, but a lot of times there are certain companies that I'm like, I kind of have to see it. I can't give you an opinion on something that I really haven't paid more attention to. I think that Braun Strowman talks too much. But that's, you know, I think people know that wrestling is really fucking hot right now. I hated the makeout section. Too much tongue. Well, I don't want to ask how you felt about fucking Corey Graves and... What? You guys, Tony Khan is in the chat. Tony, Twitter fingers! Hello, guys. Tune into Dynamite when I present a huge announcement. Also, watch the debut match or Hook on TBS. Thank you, Uncle Tony. Thank you for stopping by the chat. I think wrestling is hot right now, so why not like take advantage of it? People are fucking watching wrestling. People are talking about wrestling. Wrestling has a big fandom, and you know when they get these big events into big cities, you have thousands of people traveling in. So why not? Why not try to have some fun with it? I thought they did that thing in the room. I really wanted to see what that was, but I didn't see a lot of clips about that. I don't think a lot of people showed up for that, you know, but backstage news on top. Okay. So another thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit, a lot of news today, like nothing major, but a lot of news. Apparently Alexa Bliss is extremely unhappy with the creative direction that they go with her. Like apparently when they brought her back for the Elimination Chamber, WWE had no plans for her, which in my opinion, it showed. You had all of these video packages of her like losing the evil, right? And then you bring her back and they do the exact same presentation of evil Alexa Bliss. I popped for them having like the little swing set inside of her chamber. I thought that was sweet, but it's just like, you want her to be evil or not? Because if you want Alexa Bliss to be evil, then keep her evil. What was the point of the video packages? But supposedly she was also willing to keep work WrestleMania, work everything, but they had no creative plans for her. There was a rumor floating around that it was pitched for her to interfere in the Becky and Bianca match. Completely disagree with that. I really thought that Becky and Bianca needed to have a clean, normal wrestling match, and that ended up being my favorite match, like one of my favorite matches of WrestleMania weekend. I thought they put on a classic. So I didn't, if that match would have been interrupted by anyone, not Alexa Bliss, anyone, I would have probably been super pissed off. You needed to get to the story where Bianca gets her revenge on what Becky did to her. So I don't think that Alexa Bliss had anything to do with that spot, to be honest with you guys. But Alexa Bliss is a top merch seller for WWE. She's pretty good at what she does. She's talented. She's built herself quite the resume. So for her to not have anything for her, a little disappointing, right? Like, why are you going to spend the money filming these video packages and then have no direction for her? But at the same time, we're in a situation where I don't even think they have anything for Roman Reigns, the biggest star in the company, and I don't think they even have any direction for him. So are we really surprised that they have nothing for Alexa Bliss? No. If the top guy, they don't have a plan for him, you really think they're sitting there wondering, what are we going to do with Alexa Bliss? Nah. They're not. I love that Jared brought this up because in this household, we stand Ricky Starks. The only thing that I would have changed is that I really, really wish they would have given him the pin. But at the same time, Keith Lee getting pinned. Are we ready? Tony Khan is in the chat right now, so are we ready to have the conversation about what they're really doing with former WWE talent? Because there's a lot of people that have jumped ship, gone to AEW, and they're just not treated any differently than they were treated when they were in WWE, but you can't really be too critical of AEW because, oh my God, higher this ratio, Keith Lee getting pinned, I didn't like, and I really wish that they would have let Ricky Starks get the pin. It was his hometown. If you're going to go through with it and pin Keith Lee, I think would have been such a huge moment for Ricky Starks to get the win. But Ricky Starks, he is a star. And I don't know why he's not in the TNT title picture. Like, fuck this fucking title that don't count for shit. Give it to Powerhouse Hobbs or somebody else and let Ricky Starks finally be part of a real fucking title, like, picture. And if you can do anything with him in the world title picture for whatever reason, because I'm sorry, it's not like fucking Hangman Adam Page he's lighting the world on fire with his title reign. He's not. I did like his match on Friday night. I thought the match was fun, but I'm sorry, you didn't have plans for him. Like, he's had some good feuds. Kenny Omega, Bryan. I don't know. There's something about, I was there when he was crowned the world champion and he felt so special, and nothing has matched that moment for him. Okay, Tony Khan confirmed, says Ricky will have the TNT title very soon. Don't worry. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. I'm gonna hold you to that. So yeah, that's another thing. I think I'm done with the news. Let me go ahead and just like refresh Twitter just to see if anybody's tweeted anything stupid that we can talk about. Toxic Tuesday says, oh yeah, tomorrow Tony Khan has a huge announcement. Definitely we gotta do a watch along. We gotta do a watch along for this Tony Khan big announcement. I'm excited to see. What do you guys think? Wrong answers only. What do you guys think his announcement has to be? I really been waiting for him to announce a streaming service. I think that would be fun. I mean, who could he debut? It can't be a debut. The last time that he says that's an imposter. We have a Tony Khan bot in the chat. Tony, tell us what the announcement is. Please, let me break some news here in the channel, The last time that he announced a big announcement, it ended up being the Ring of Honor purchase. Harry has a good one, the AEW New Japan collab. Do you really think that would be like a big announcement for him to go crazy over it? Mami dice que te tomes para... Ok, muchas gracias, mi amor. ¿Tú sabes qué es lo que pasa? Es que hablé tanto ayer. I did that live stream for 3 hours. I had no voice when I woke up this morning. So that's why I'm not doing a watch-along today. I think if you guys are enjoying the watch-alongs, I think I'm going to do watch-alongs on the day that I don't have to do Wrestling Inc. because I obviously need my voice. after the show. So like on Mondays and on Wednesdays, we can do watch-alongs, and then on Tuesdays and Fridays, we'll do pre-gamings. I think that's a fair compromise, right? I loved watching Raw with you guys, but I'm still recovering. New Japan crossover. A lot of you guys think that it's going to be a New Japan thing. Tina says there aren't many actual interesting characters. Great wrestling, but not many standout characters. So I put the Rocket on dudes like Ricky Starks, who actually does. Yeah, I love that. I agree with you. Meow Meow, I'm not live when NXT. Actually, I'm about to wrap up for today because I pretty much talked about a lot of things. A lot of you guys are saying that it's going to be a New Japan AEW collab. Keyshawn says, nobody feels like a star. In AEW right now? No. I thought that Brian felt like a star, but now you cannot pair him in a faction. But that's another thing with AEW. Like, everybody has to be in a fucking faction. God forbid. Like, if I was to join AEW right now, my gimmick would be that I'm not getting into a faction. Like, I think that gimmick would actually get over. Because it's like, all of these fucking factions are so aggravating, right? But I do like Brian and Muggs and Wheeler Yuta. It's just like factions are getting so aggravating. Like, you end the inner circle just to give Jericho another fucking faction. Like, yo, chill with the fucking groups of people, because every match feels so convoluted, and that's why nobody feels like a star, you guys, because everybody's like involved with so many people. Oh, Keith Lee's been an afterthought since he debuted. VJ, like, remember, his first match was that ladder match thing, like his first important match. I have you with Dan Lambert. His first match was that ladder match, and he lost. Like, Keith Lee, you know, it's true. Same with Andrade. They're gonna fucking put Andrade in a coffin this week. Like, they're gonna literally bury him. Same with, I like House of Black, but they haven't done anything significant with Alistair. He beat Cody. That's about it. Adam Cole's doing nothing but taking L's. Is he putting on great matches? Yes. But is he doing anything other than taking L's? No. So you already know. We're not, like, people are not ready to have that conversation. But listen, I'm not going to hate on them either for putting their talent over the WWE people. But whatever. Well, that's the thing, VJ. You talk about Swerve going the same way. You put him in a tag team with Keith Lee, and then they were like, oh shit, this tag team's got to lose. Who do we pin? Goes to show you that Swerve has at least a little bit of priority over Keith Lee, you know? I love to see a segment of someone trying to make friends with Issa, and then she attacks them. Be like, no, I'm not going to be in a fucking faction. Get away from me. That would be me if I joined AEW. Like that, I think that gimmick will get over. Like somebody coming and saying, I don't want to be a part of a group. Because I think that will be really, really funny. But that's it, babes. That's it. We talked about last night's episode of Raw. We previewed tonight's episode of NXT. We went over all of the news. We talked some shit about AEW. Tomorrow, we will be watching AEW together. So I will probably be live at like 7:45. Bring your super chats. We're going to get drunk. We're going to have fun. We're going to see what Tony Khan's big announcement is. Hi, family, baby. Mwah. We're going to see Hook's debut on Dynamite. But yeah, tonight you guys can catch me on Wrestling Inc. right after NXT. I will be over there with Alfred and Glenn talking all things NXT 2.0. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. I will see you, babes, on Wrestling Inc. tonight, and I will see you the Bacardi Sunrise. I love that. And I will see you tomorrow for a little AEW watch along. Until then, adios. Mwah.
Welcome to the demon level, body slam you through the rubble. Hosted by your demon diva, Queen of Sass, Style Lisa, champions and